Now, if fast cars, dry martinis and slick suits are for you, then our next guest will be no stranger. The name is Moore, Sir Roger Moore. Best known for playing the British Secret Service agent 007, his career spans across 7 Bond movies and over 70 years of show business.
Later this month, the Hollywood legend will chat with biographer Gareth Owen about his extraordinary life and career in An Evening with Roger Moore at the Bord Gáis. And Ciara caught up with him to hear more about it. Let's see how she got on.
We've had Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton and Daniel Craig, not forgetting our very own Pierce Brosnan, but a recent poll for Time Out magazine said this octogenarian was the greatest Bond ever. Well, you're never going to guess who I have here beside me. The one and only, the very best Bond, Sir Roger Moore. It's wonderful to have you back in Ireland and to have you on Ireland AM. I know you've had a long and varied career and life, but I'm going to have to start with Bond, of course, because that's what we all really know and associate with you. What was the best thing about playing a character like Bond?
Thank you. That was a very nice interview. No. What was the best thing about playing Bond? Friday, when I got paid.
The checks.
No, it was just great fun to do. It was like working with friends. Have a wonderful rapport, a lot of laughs. Cubby Broccoli, who is my producer, is just the nicest man in the world. And very funny. We played backgammon from morning till night. So he would stop the assistant getting me in for takes because he was winning. Roger can't come because he's my pigeon.
Were you like the Bond that you played at all? Did you bring any of your own personal qualities to his character?
Yeah, I made Bond look like me and sound like me because I can't do anything else.
So Bond was you then? Loved women, fast cars, all those things?
I had doubles for all that.
I don't believe you for a second. Who do you think, apart from yourself, was the best Bond?
Sean Connery and Daniel Craig, certainly. I suppose I have to say, because I am in Ireland, Pierce Brosnan.
You don't have to say that.
But Sean was the first. And it was he brought the audiences in for the first 4, 5, 6 of them.
Did he give you any advice when you took the part on?
Yeah, make sure you get paid. Sean liked a couple of bob.
In all, there's been 26 Bond movies, making 007 one of Hollywood's most successful and enduring franchises of all time.
I think it's because Bond is like telling a child a bedtime story. They want the same construction in the story every night. And audiences expect a fast car, they expect extraordinary gadget, they expect glamorous ladies, and they would expect to see big explosions. He represents the impossible.
There is some speculation that in this PC world we live in, that maybe there might be a Bond girl who's playing James Bond. I don't quite see it myself. What do you think of that suggestion?
The name of the character is Bond, James. So how can, my name's Bond, Mary Bond, Cynthia Bond, Penelope Bond. It's not James. It has to be James Bond.
British comedy sketch show Spitting Image joked that the actor's Bond did nothing but move his eyebrows. So how did Sir Roger Moore feel about the gag?
It's inevitable. If you're going to make jokes about yourself, you've got to expect other people to repeat them.
And what joke had you made?
My talent is I have 3 expressions.
What are they?
Left eyebrow up, both eyebrows up, and both eyebrows down. My name's Bond.
I love it. You're turning 90 next year, and you are here in Ireland because you're promoting An Evening with Sir Roger Moore, a tour where you're going to be interviewed for your life. So what motivates you to keep going? Because that certainly doesn't sound lazy.
It keeps me off the streets. It saves handing out the begging bowl. No, I can't. I'm afraid to do a play. I love the theatre, and I would love to do a play, but I'm going to let other people down because my memory for names goes. I can't So I leave actors high and dry. It doesn't matter that I dry, because I've got Gareth Owen, my biographer, talking to me, who knows more about me than I know myself. And I tell lies anyway.
Though best known for Bond, Sir Roger Moore achieved worldwide fame after Lou Grade cast him as Simon Templar in The Saint, but he also starred in many other TV series and movies. The actor did, of course, star with Tony Curtis and recalled the first time he met the actor.
Lou Grade had said, when you have to go to Los Angeles, talk to Tony, you must not smoke, because Tony is spokesperson for the Anti-Smoking League. We arrived there. We spent 2 or 3 hours talking to Tony in his house, his mansion off Sunset Boulevard. And I finally said, Tony, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to smoke in front of you. But Terry Nation's a chain smoker. Bobby's a producer. He needs a pipe in his mouth to think. And I'd like a cigarette. So Tony, Leslie, he shouts to his wife. Her name was Leslie. Leslie, where is that ashtray we used to have? Where's that ashtray we used to have? 3 months later, he arrives in London. He gets busted at London Airport with £1.5 pound of hash in his pocket.
So he wasn't that anti-smoking after all, was he? Sir Roger Moore, it's been a real pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you here in Ireland again in November.
Thank you very much. November the 20th, actually.
Not to be missed. Thank you.
Ciara did tell us afterwards that she was utterly charmed by him.
How could you not be?
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
I have to say, he wouldn't have been my favourite Bond now. I liked him as the Saint.
I loved him as Bond because he was the first Bond I saw in the cinema. My
gotta
granny bought me to see Live and Let Die in the Savoy in Dublin when it came out, and it was brilliant.
He was the most self-deprecating one.
I think so, yeah.
He kind of got the joke.
It's got to be
nice style about
It's
it.
got to be Connery, though, guys.
You don't imagine that. I'd imagine going out for him
Yeah.
for an evening with him would be fun. You don't imagine it'd be good fun with Craig. It'd be very serious and dark.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
No, but I'd say with Connery, you'd probably need your solicitor. He'd get you into trouble, I think, because he's such a character.
With Connery, you'd be paying for the meal.
Oh, yeah.
And that's nothing to do with him being Scottish. But he did it. Roger alluded to it.
He did say Sean liked a few bob.
Well, I think he got burned early on in his career, and he thought,
he?
that's never going to happen again.
Well, I wonder, what a charming man, 89 years,
89.
young, successful actor, obviously a multi-millionaire. Why does he want to come out and do this now?
Well, he said he keeps him off the streets. Because that's what you do. I guess you're a performer.
Well, I suppose it
It's
keeps you
what
active.
do.
Yeah, it
It's what
keeps you
you
active.
do.
But I've no doubt it'll be very interesting and very
It'll be a fascinating
a
night.
special night.
Yeah.
Well, if he tells more stories like the one about Tony Curtis.
But that's a good one. If your other half is a massive Bond fan, great early Christmas present.
Yeah, isn't it just? Yeah, it is,
and
of course.
so many people are addicted to all things Bond.
I'd say the queue to get your picture taken with them would be huge.
Yeah, that's true,
Isn't
actually.
it? Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of the gig.
What, at 90?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
That could be a long night. But anyway, I certainly Miss Doherty, who is a shrewd and astute judge of character,
She is indeed.
she loved him and thought he was a lovely gentleman.